My name is Jane. I will be the host of today's webinar. I work with international Yandex sales team. This is our third live webinar, and last time we talked about the new Yandex Direct web interface. The new Yandex web interface is great to analyzing data, and you can immediately, based on this data, decide what you want to do with campaigns and apply some local and multiple changes. But for working with really huge, enormous account, if you want to apply changes massive in a bulk, if you want to upload a lot of campaigns at the same time, that better to do with Direct Commander. And as I promised last time, today we will talk about Direct Commander. Before we will start, I think I have to confess, because I'm a big fan of Direct Commander. I'm using Direct Commander every day when I'm working with Yandex Direct. And I'm so glad to share with you today my experience of everyday campaign management with Direct Commander. Direct Commander is a free app which you can use on Windows and Mac operating system desktops. Direct Commander really perfect for everyday campaign management. You can upload new campaigns which you created from scratch or which you transformed from other advertising system. Or you can apply a lot of changes in bulk to campaign settings, ad group settings, ads, and etc. etc. Today, if you hadn't installed the Direct Commander yet, you can follow the first link. The second link is the link to the help pages. There you also can find a lot of detailed information and learn more about Direct Commander and how you can use it. Today we will go through three parts. First of all, I will show to you the Direct Commander interface, where you can find which function and how we can browse through the elements. After that, we will together explore the ability to import and export campaigns data with files in tabular form. And in the end, we will apply together a lot of changes to existing campaigns and learn how we can manage our campaign on everyday basis. We will do today a lot of by live demo, and because I really want to show you the real interface. I want to show how you can use Direct Commander in real life. This is why it will be the live demo. If something goes wrong, please be patient and stick with us. And I hope you will enjoy today's session. Let's dive into our first part and talk about Direct Commander. But before we will switch to the real Direct Commander interface, I want to chat a little bit about basic thing which you have to understand about Direct Commander. First thing about Direct Commander, which you really important to know, Direct Commander is an offline app. That means before you will apply your changes, you have to download campaign information to your desktop. After that, you can apply as many changes as you want. And after that, you have to post the changes to the server. And only after that posting process, the changes will be applied to the real campaign. Only after that, you have to post the changes. It is really important to remember. When we're working with Direct Commander, I create for myself one rule. First thing which I'm doing, I'm downloading campaign list and campaign settings. And only after that, I start our work with campaigns. That is really important to do because it will help to avoid a lot of mistakes. Also, if you're working with your partner, you have to create one more rule to avoid other kind of mistakes, to avoid overwriting situations. Just let's imagine you downloaded all campaigns and you want to apply changes, for example, to ads. And you start working with them. Your coworker also downloaded all campaigns. He, for example, want to change to all campaigns bid adjustments. He want to raise bid adjustments for all campaigns, for example. He did that and uploaded campaigns to the server. After a couple of hours, you also finished with your work and you also uploaded your changes to the server. As a result, all changes which were applied by your partner were overwritten and lost. I think you do not want to do that. And to avoid that overwritten situation, you can use actually two strategies. First strategy, you can notify your partner about I'm working with that campaigns, please don't touch them while I'm working with them. Or you can use the second strategy, you can divide a campaign list between you and your partner, and for example, you will work only with search campaigns and your partner will work only with network campaigns. Just use that rule to protect yourself from mistakes. Let's look closer to downloading and uploading process, because that process not only mandatory, you can optimize that process if you will download only necessary data. Because you can download whole campaign information, or you can download separately statistic and data and price and bids only, or you can download campaigns element which named main data. For example, if you want to change the bids for example, 2 campaigns from all of your list, you can download the statistics and prices only information only for 2 that campaigns, and do not waste your time to downloading whole information about your account. Actually, you can do the same thing with uploading process. You can upload only necessary data. You can upload only that elements which was changed by you. Do not waste your time and follow that rule. Actually, if you will follow that rule, you will also optimize work with points. Points limited the exchanging information process with the server, and that limitation was created to avoid the situation when one advertiser block access to exchange information with server to all other advertisements. That points are awarded automatically, and actually the amount of points is really huge, and if you will follow my advice, you will not feel the lack of the points. I think that was whole basic information which I want to give you before we will go to the real direct commander interface. But before we will do that, I want to remind you the account structure. As you know, we have the list of campaigns. Inside of every campaign, you can find some ad groups. Inside of every ad group, you can find the list of targeting for search campaign. It will be, for example, keywords. And also inside of every ad group, you have to find at least one ad. You can set up campaign settings and ad group settings, and you have to do that. To browse through the element, you have to select parent element like campaign, and only after that you can go deeper and select one of the groups and go deeper to the ads, for example. We can use the same logic inside Direct Commander, and let's find out how we can do that. Let's switch to Direct Commander. This is Direct Commander. Here we have 3 panels, but before we will start our work with Direct Commander, we have to do first thing, we have to download campaign list. Let's do that. And after that, we have to download all campaign information which we will be working today. For that, I will select all campaigns from my list and press all data download, because today we will work with campaigns data and with statistics at the same time. While downloading process is going, let's look at the upper right corner. Here we can find the points counter. As you can see, that amount is really huge, and this is enough to use. You will not feel the lack of the points. Okay, we downloaded all our campaigns, and now we are ready to explore Direct Commander. We have 3 panels. That 2 panels is display campaigns elements, campaign list. You can go deeper to ad groups, and if you will select at least one ad group, you can go deeper to the ads and keywords. You can browse inside of 2 panels, and as you can notice, the containing of second panel is depend on which selected here. For example, if we selected at least one campaign on the left panel, we can see the ad group list here, and after that we can go deeper. For selecting element, I can do 3 things. First thing, I can click on the campaign, and if I want to select 2 campaigns or more, I will hold the Ctrl key and click on the other campaign. If I want to select a block of campaign, I will click on the first campaign, hold the Shift button, and click on the last campaign. If I want to select all elements on the panel which are displayed, I will press hotkey combination, which is Ctrl+A. That's how I can select the elements. Let's explore our third panel. Third panel, it is Inspector tab. Here we can find campaigns details, ad group settings, ads details, keywords details, and etc. etc. Information which displayed here depends on which element selected on the left our tab. If we select one campaign, here we can see all campaign settings in that tab. If we will select 2 campaigns, we can see here all settings which are the same for both of that campaigns. If some settings is not the same, for example, the display region for that 2 campaigns is different, here will be shown the different values in groups here. If we have the same setting, like attribution model, for example, we will here the amount of that parameter. As you can notice, you can play with the panels, and you can flexible change the view of the interface according to your goals. You can drag the border of the panel and close the panel or shrink it if it needed. Also, you can do the same thing inside of the spreadsheet. For example, you can drag the border of the column and expand it if you need to have more information and look at that. If you will press on the headline, the information inside of the that spreadsheet will be sorted, and it is also really helpful to working with account. Let's explore how we can apply some local changes to the element. We can do it on the ad group level. For example, I selected one ad and I will change the second headline. For example, I will change the price inside of that headline. When you change something in Inspector tab, after that you have to press the Save button to apply the changes. But remember that applying to real campaign changes will be only after uploading process. Now all changes applied only on my desktop. We applied changes to my headline, and as you can see now, headline is shown with the bold font, and near the element was shown that green sign. I want to show which other sign can be shown here. If we did something wrong and we have some problems with our ad or with other campaigns element, we will have near that element red sign on the every level. And if we have the red sign near campaign, we can't upload that campaign to the server. We have to do something with that errors, and only after that we can upload a campaign to the server. You can hover over that sign your mouse and find out what is problem with that, and you can go deep down and read the text of that problem. And I have too much characters in my second headline and I have to dismiss it. I can again apply some local changes here, or I can just dismiss my last changes using hotkey combinations, which is Ctrl+Z, and my last changes was dismissed. I'm using a lot of hotkeys combination when I'm working with Direct Commander, and today I will introduce them step by step, and I encourage you to use them in your everyday work. And after the main part, I will show to you the slide with the most common hot combinations which you can use. It is really helpful, and I think you will also enjoy that ability. Now we know how we can browse through the element, how we can change our interface according to the goals. And now I want to show how we can filter the data, because inside of our spreadsheets, we can filter data and decide what part of the data we want to be shown. For that, we have to press on the funnel sign. After that, the filter panel will be open, and here we can select which parameter we will use for that. For example, I can filter only search campaign from whole list. As you can see, was 5 campaigns and now it is 4. If you need to dismiss filter, you can just click on the funnel sign and filter will be dismissed. Actually, you can not only use the filter panel, you can apply some really difficult filters, really complicated filters to your campaigns with a special query language. Let's try it actually. Let's filter the ads from the whole account, which will contain 2 words. One word in Russia will means school, other word it will be the name of dance. And when we're using query language, we input the special query in that field. First of all, we have to select which parameter we want to filter, choose containing, and input the value of parameter. To me, it will be school, but on Russian. Okay, we applied filter to our data, but I want to filter by 2 parameters at the same time. That's why I will add to that one more thing. Title, containing, and other name. As you can see, we filtered some ads, and now we can work on with them. When we started, I said to you that we can browse through the parents element to the child element with Direct Commander. But actually with Direct Commander, we can go to another direction from child object to the parents. For example, as we did, we can filter some information and find across the whole account which as containing special parameters, like I did. And after that, I can select that whole ads by clicking Ctrl+A. And I can go to the Inspector tab, and here we can press on that button to go to Add Groups, which contains that ads or to their campaigns. If we will press here, we will go on the one level up, and whole ad groups which contain that ads will be selected. And if we will go up again, it will be campaigns selected which contain that ads. As you can see, that ads containing inside of that 3 campaigns. That's how we can browse through the elements, and I think you're now ready to play with it by yourself. When you're browsing through the element, you can see up here the amount of elements which selected now. For example, I selected 5 campaign, 23 ad groups, and if you're browsing through the element, selection persists, and you have to go up here to change that selection. I think that was all for first part. It was an introduction, and now we are ready to explore the second part, how we can use Direct Commander to export our campaigns data, and how we can use Direct Commander to import our campaigns. We can create campaign from scratch, or we can transform campaign from another advertising system and import it here. Let's start from the export option. To export that, we have to select at least one campaign and press the export button. After that, we have to choose which type of file we have to export and press the export button. And now we have to decide where we want to save that file, and export is done. I open that file here, and let's explore that file closer. In that Yandex Direct file is containing whole information about my campaign. As you can see here, I listed all our ad groups. On that column, you can find all keywords list which we have in that campaign, and our ads, and whole information, links, region, and etc. etc. That file, as you can notice, containing special headlines of the columns. Headlines, the name of headlines is really special. They are used by Direct Commander to recognize that data, that elements. And for example, keywords, it is phrase with negative keywords, or our first headline, it is title 1, and etc. etc. That file also have a special structure. Let's look at that. We have the first column, which is additional group ad, and in that column we have minus sign or plus sign. What is it? Actually, let's look at our first ad group, which is that. I select all of that. We have a lot of minus signs, and if we will look at our ads, near the minus signs, we can see the same ad with the same first, second headline, with the same description, and etc. etc. Actually, it is one ad, and that minus sign is giving now our information about this is first ad inside that ad group. The plus sign means that is the second ad in that group. As you can see here, we do not have a keyword near the ad, but we have other second ad which we're having inside of that ad group. This is special structure of Yandex file, and you can use that file to share information with your clients or with your team, and you can use that file to apply some settings right inside of that file to apply some changes. And after applying the changes, you can import that file back to Direct Commander and apply the changes to real campaigns. But I recommend you not to do that because I think the better apply all changes inside direct commander. But if you will apply some changes with the tabular form file, remember not to change the names of headlines and stick with that special structure, because only with that direct commander can recognize correctly information and import the right information back. Actually, we explored the structure of this file, and I think we're now ready to create our own campaign. I think you also, before you will create new campaign, preparing with your team some data. I did that. I prepared the list of keywords and our future ads. And but before we will import the data in direct commander, we have to transform that structure to the Yandex direct file structure, and I start to do that on that tab. As you can see, I start to transform that. I did it to our first ad group, and now we can do for the last ad group the same thing. For that, I have to go to prepare data and copy the list of keywords and input it here. And the name of ad group, I have to put it right near the keywords, because system have to know where I want to import that. I will select our first ad and copy that and input near the list of keywords. And I have to tell to the system that this is my first ad. And for that, I will use the minus sign to tell that. But I want to use 2 ads inside of that ad group. That's why I will copy the second ad and input it after the keyword list, and use the plus sign, because I have to tell to the system it is the second ad inside of that ad group. And definitely I have to use the name of that ad group. And now to my campaign is ready the Yandex Direct structure file, and I ready to import that back to the direct commander. With that, I have to select that and copy to clipboard and go back to direct commander. If you will import the data from the file, you for that have to press on the import key and choose which file you want to import. Or as we want to do it today, I will copy that and click on the From Clipboard button and choose Create New Campaign option. As you can see, because we used the right names of headlines, the system correctly recognized the data, and by one click, we created our new campaign. As you can see, we have our ad groups and our ads here. Okay, our ads here. You have to dismiss alt filter before. After that, to finish that creation campaign process, you have to choose all campaign settings, ad group settings, and etc. You can do it right inside of direct commander, and it is really easy to do. But I want to skip that part for today and show to you more ability how you can apply changes to existing campaigns, because for new campaign you will apply settings with the same logic, and after a whole session you will know how you can do that. Let's dismiss our new campaign and let's switch to our slides. Now we will dive into our last part of today's session. and we will learn how we can manage our existing campaigns, how we can apply changes to different campaigns elements. And I prepared to ourselves some tasks which we can do today together. And we will do them step by step. And first task will be the changing of status. First of all, we have to select all networks campaigns and stop them all. And after that, we have to select all ads with special word on Russia, which is school, and also stop them. Let's switch back to Direct Commander and let's do that. First of all, from that whole list, I have to select campaigns which is operating in ad network system. For that, again, I have to open my filter and go to the that menu and select Ad Networks option. I have only one campaign in Ad Network. I will select that campaign and go to the Inspector tab. In Inspector tab, I have to choose in a status field drop-down menu and choose from that drop-down menu the option which I needed. As you can see here, the stop option isn't available. That means that campaign have already been stopped and I can't stop that again. Let's resume impression. After applying some changing in Inspector tab, you have to press the Save button. Changes applied. Let's do our second part of that task. I will dismiss the filter by clicking on the funnel and select all our campaigns, because I want to select from all our campaigns and from all our groups all ads which containing one word for that task, which means school, and I want to search that word inside of every field which we have inside of the ad. For that, in that field, I will input that word and press enter. And now we filtered all ads which containing that word, which means school. And after that, I will select them all and again go to the Inspector tab and find the status field. As you can see, we have the different values for that ads. I will choose the stop option and press the Save button. And changes will be applied. And as you can see, some ads was stopped before, and that's why for them changes wasn't applied. We did our first task. For the second task, we have to change campaign settings. First of all, we will set up new mobile bid adjustments, and we will create connection with all our campaigns in a Direct Commander to the Yandex Metrica. Let's back to Direct Commander. Okay. Let's dive to our second task. For that, we have to select for example, 2 campaigns, and again go to the Inspector tab where campaign setting is displayed. We will choose the bid adjustment field and press to that field and choose mobile option. And we will add new mobile bid adjustment for all smartphones. We will raise bid adjustment by 20%, for example, and press Apply button. And save. Okay, that's how we can apply for different campaigns regardless of their settings, the same setting on the campaign level. Let's create connection with Yandex Metrica for all our campaigns. For that, we will also go again to the Inspector tab, and as you can see, we have the different value of Yandex Metrica tag, because for one campaign I used that tag, but for others I didn't. Let's choose that campaign and copy the number of the tag. And again, we'll select all our campaigns, go to the Inspector tab and input here the name of Yandex Metrica tag. And also I will click on the tag link option to create automatic tracking parameter for our campaigns and press the Save button. That's how we can create connection with Yandex Direct and Yandex Metrica. We done with our second task, and let's switch and change our bits. Today we will change the bits for search campaign. Let's choose that search campaign for that task, and let's go to the whole keyword list. On the keyword tab, we can find the button which is bits, and if you will press that button, you can call the bit wizard, and all changes to the bits you can apply with that bit wizard. For today, I want to change all bits for that campaign, raise them by 20%, only for search. And as you can see, I didn't select some element, and here I have to choose to all keywords. And if I want to set the cap of bit, I can use that option, click on that and set, for example, 100 ruble. And my new bit will be not bigger than that amount. And click on the apply button. As you can see, bits is changed and I have the new amount of bits here. I think that was simple enough, like one click. And let's move on. Our second task is really common if we want to test the efficiency of our ads, if we want to test efficiency of different unique selling points and different offers. We have to create inside of one ad group at least 2 different ads and track the efficiency of them. And for that, we have to create the second ad. Actually, let's switch to direct command. Let's do that. I want to do that, for example, for that search campaign. As you can see on the ads panel, inside of every ad group, I have only one ad, but every that ad is different. They are not the same. And I have to create inside of every ad group the same ad, but the same as a parent ad. For that, I will select all ad groups and all ads, and after that I will click Control Copy and Control Paste, and from that pop-up I have to choose Duplicate Ads option and press Next. And now all our ads was duplicated. As you can see, in every ad group we have the same ad, but it is new ad. After that, for a new ad, we maybe want to change some offers inside of, for example, headlines or descriptions. Let's do that. We can do that by using different options in Direct Commander. First of all, if we want to set up, for example, the same second headline, we have to select them. I recognized new ads not only because that ads is bold, also because they do not have ID number, because actually that ads existing only on my desktop now, because they wasn't uploaded to the server, and that's how I can recognize the new elements. I selected them here, and I will go to the Inspector tab and input here our new offer, like first lesson from, I don't know, like that. And as you can see, our new headline was applied for all our campaigns. But to changing something inside all that ad, I can use other option which is named find in replace. For example, let's use that to change the display link for that ads. We have now Moscow dancing, and let's change that for a different value. For that, I will press Ctrl+H and call find in replace function. Here I will choose search, and I want to search our first thing, Moscow dancing, and I want to change it to the, for example, school. I want to do that only for display link. That's why I will choose from that list of fields only display link. And here I want to change that option only inside of our new ads. That's why I will choose select only option, not all ads, because if I will choose all ads, our all ads also will be changed. And after that, I have to click on replace all. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't change something. I have to choose here replace with, and now I have different value. And after that, I will show you what was wrong with the first one. Okay, now I have the same new display link. Actually, we did our second task from the slide, and we start explore the ability to use find in replace option with ads. We can use the same logic with keywords, and let's look at that. And I know in my current campaigns I have a lot of keywords, and some of that keywords containing the last year. And I want to change the last year to the current year, but I want to do it by one click. For that, I will again call the find and replace option by clicking Ctrl+H. Here I will choose search option and input the last year. I want to replace the last year to the current year, and I want to do it only inside of keywords, and that's all. Here I want to choose in all keywords because I want to do it for all my keywords which shown on that panel, and click to do the replace all. As you can see, whole keywords was changed according to that rules. It was really simple, and you can use the same logic actually on every level like ads and keywords. And our last task, which we will do today, will be explain why happened that thing before with me when I didn't switch the parameter inside of find in replace. We can use that option to add something at the beginning or at the end, and we can use that option, for example, to add new list of keywords to different campaigns with different negative keyword list, and we can use the same logic to add to the end to links the tracking parameters. And let's do that to our real campaigns. First of all, I want to add to the search campaign some new negative keywords. As you can see, I have the different value of negative keywords because every campaign have her own negative keyword list. Again, to do that, I will call the find and replace option, clicking Ctrl+H, and here I will choose all values. And from that drop-down menu, append to add something in the end. If I want to add something at the beginning, I will choose prepend. And if I want to replace something, it will be replaced with option. Now I want to add negative keywords to the end, and that's why I will choose append option. I will input my negative keywords and choose only negative keywords list option. And I selected three campaigns from the list, and I want to apply the changes only for that campaigns. That's why I stick with select only option and click to the replace all. And as you can see, our new negative keywords was add to the end. Let's do the same thing with tracking parameter. I prepared a special tracking parameter, and for example, for one campaign, for every hour links, I want to add that tracking parameter. Now, as you can see, I do not have tracking parameter for link, for the final URL, for site links. I do not have tracking parameter, and I want to apply for every hour ads, for every hour link, the tracking parameter. That tracking parameter will be the same for whole links, and I can do that by one click. For that, I will again call find and replace option. Here I will choose all values and append and use tracking parameter. From that list of fields, I have to choose for which fields I want to apply that change, and this is link, our final URL, and site links. And I know that I have only for link. That's why I choose only first for link, and after that all ads and replace all. Okay, something goes wrong and we have to do something with that. Okay, we have problems with site links. As you can see, you can hover your mouse over and find out what is wrong and change that after that. I will now dismiss just my changes and let's move on. Let's back to our presentation. We did the last task from that slide, and actually that was whole changes which I want to do with you today. You can use the same logic to apply changes to existing campaigns, and with that logic you can do all changes. And I think now we are ready to wrap up, but before we will do that, I want to sum up some information. First of all, Direct Commander is a great instrument to create new campaign or upload campaign from the file. You can create campaign from scratch, or you can create a transform campaign from another different advertising system, and you can do it really easy. You can apply a lot of changes to your existing campaigns with Direct Commander. Remember, Direct Commander is a offline app, and you have to download campaigns information, and only after that you can apply changes. And you have to post your changes to apply the changes to real campaign. And remember to follow the rule if you're working with your partners to avoid overwriting situations. When I'm working with Direct Commander and with Yandex Direct, actually I have opened at the same time Direct Commander and Yandex web interface. I really like to analyze data inside of Yandex web interface and switch after that to Direct Commander and apply changes inside of Direct Commander, and I recommend you also to do that. I hope you today learned a lot and now you are ready to start using Direct Commander. If you didn't install Direct Commander yet, follow the first link. If you need some information, if you want to gain more details about some function in Direct Commander, you can find that information in the help pages. As I promised, this is slide with our hotkeys combinations. I encourage you to use them because it will speed up your working with campaigns, and also you can speed up that process by downloading and uploading only necessary data. I encourage you to do that. I think this is last call to ask question about today's theme, and now Yelena will provide to me your questions and I will answer them. First question about how we can create the second ad group. We can use the same logic. We can, for example, choose one campaign, go to our ad group and copy that ad group. And after that, we can change something inside of that ad group. For example, as I really often do that, I just delete whole old keywords, and I can use keyword planner and choose new keywords like that. We can choose some keywords and add them to our new group, or we can add that using, for example, import option with clipboard, for example, or we can do it by ourselves by editing one by one or editing list right here. That was a question about how we can add a new ad group. Let's move to the next question. Please clarify the situation when we actually must to use Excel file. You can use Excel file to different purpose. You can use Excel file to share information with your team. If you want to export data and, for example, show your client or your team, your colleagues, which information you are having in the existing campaigns. Or if you want to import a new campaign, you have to use that file with tabular form, as I showed to you here, that file. Or we can create the file if we want to upload a new campaign with Direct Commander. You could do it step by step in Direct Commander, but quicker way to do that, it is prepare that file and import that file in Direct Commander, because it will be just faster. But it is your decision when you really will use that Yandex Direct file. And next question, can we change ad group names and campaigns names via Excel and export data? Yes, you can use that files to change the names also. You can change the ad group names. Actually, if you will, better to change the campaign name right inside of Direct Commander. You can do it in Inspector tab here and press the Save button. Or you can just click twice here and change the name. I recommend you change the campaigns names in Direct Commander or in the web interface, because it is really a quicker way. You can change the ad groups names using the export Excel file. But remember, if you will do that, to stick with the structure of the file and with the headlines. Okay, next question. Question about clarification, plus and minus sign. What they mean. Okay, let's back to that. I know actually that structure is a little bit difficult if you're not familiar with that. We have the column, which is additional group add. That column we have minus sign or plus sign. If we have minus sign, that means that near that minus sign, in the columns with add, actually we have first add and it is the same add. That's why we're using here minus sign. As you can see in my example, you can have only on the first row the actual add, and this is enough. When you have the plus sign, that sign to the system that it is the second add inside of that our one add group, and second, third, and etc. You have to use that plus sign because system have to recognize that. This is the structure of the file, and I hope now it is obvious. Next question about keyword status. Yes, you can change the keyword status in bulk. You can use the same logic. You can go to the our keywords. You can select some keywords, for example, filter them or select them by clicking on them. Again, you can go to the inspector tab and change that status and press the save button. That's how we can change the status of keywords. Actually, I showed to you today a lot of things which you can use to different campaigns element. You can use the same logic, but with on the different level. For example, if I showed something to ads, you can apply the same logic mostly to keywords. Next question about operators. Yes, you can do that. You can apply in bulk operators to direct commander. You can to keywords. For example, I have operator before that word. I can, for example, use for that find and replace option. And if I have, for example, that operator and I want to delete that, for example, if I will use keywords from the different advertising system, every keyword can containing plus before the word, and maybe you want to erase that. You can do that with the same logic. Here you will search all pluses in the keywords, and you want to replace that with nothing. Do that for all keywords and replace that. As you can see, whole pluses was deleted. Yes, you can do that. You just have to remember which operators you want to use. Next question about tracking parameters. Is it necessary to add UTM across site links, or is it sufficient to have them across ads only? Actually, if you're using tracking parameters, you have to use that not only in final URL, you have to use that with whole links, with every site links which you're using to track information correctly. That's why I showed that that example with add tracking parameter to every link in our ads. I think this is all about questions for today. If I didn't answer to some of them, ask your personal manager in Yandex, or dive into the help pages about Direct Commander. You can find there a lot of detailed information about everything. I hope you learned a lot and now you are ready to use Direct Commander on everyday basis. Thank you for having me today. Have a great time and take care of your inner family. Bye.